Yeah. Okay. So first, what we have to do, right? First, we have to create the HTML. So try to understand. So I'm writing a little bit fast because I have given homework, right? So I think you have already tried. Okay, so HTML, right? So let me provide outside the script. So I'm writing directly table. So table, I need to provide the, so first table row. So we know first table row, we need to provide the, so 3 columns, we have to combine column wise, 3 columns. Okay, so then, okay, let me provide, so total how many rows required? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, total 5, right? 4 plus 1, yeah. Okay, so 5 rows are there. So first row, I want to provide one table D, table data. So inside the table data, so I need to provide the, so that we need to combine 3 columns. So for that, I'm writing col span. Okay, so then, so what we need to provide? So inside the table data, I need to provide the text field. So input type equal to, so text. Okay, so then we have to provide the, so that ID also, this is very important ID. So I want to provide the result. So then we have to use, if you want, we can provide the placeholder, something result, okay? So once we see the output, then we can understand. So beside that, we need to provide one more table data for the clear button. Okay, so this is button. So we can use input type equal to button or button. So, but I'm using input type equal to button because of CSS. Okay, so value equal to clear. Okay, so then I want to provide the event. Okay, later we will provide the events. Yeah, we will see the output. So go to the physical second.html. Okay, something. Yeah, so finally we got the, so 3 columns, this one combined. So that placeholder result is there. So clear button is there. Okay, so now let me create, so remaining buttons. So one table row is over. So now we will focus on, so remaining table row. So each and every table row is having 4 buttons, right? So TD, I want to provide button. Okay, let me copy. So input type equal to button, but value equal to button name is 1. Okay, so similar way we have to provide, okay, we have closed it, right? So total how many buttons? 4 buttons. So this is, so 2, this is 3, this is, so I think slash, check it out, 4 buttons got created, but it is not giving full-fledged button, right? We will do through CSS level. Okay, fine. So similar way, we have to provide the remaining 4 buttons inside the table row. So similar way, another, similar way, another. So 1, 2, 3 is over. So now we will focus on 4, 5, 6. So then we have to provide the hyphen here. That is minus 6 over 7, 8, 9, then plus symbol. Okay, so then finally we have to use So dot 0. So then we have to provide equal to, so then into star. We will check it out, those buttons are coming or not. Yes, finally we have created the structure. So now we need to apply the styles, right? So even I need to provide a table. What is that style also I required? So I'm providing something. So my table, something as wish, can give any name. Table spelling is correct, right? Yeah, so now let me provide first CSS. So then we will go for JavaScript. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, fine. So now move to the CSS part. So actually I told you, do not use internal CSS, use always external CSS. But at the time of practice, what happened? Subham table, spelling. No issues. This is class name, right? This, you should not write this tag name is different, but here as you wish. Okay, spelling wise it's okay, but class name as you wish, you can write Chiru also, no issues. Okay, fine. So we will write my table something for a better understanding. My, if you provide, then it would be a customized one. Yeah, so now we will focus on internal style here, but actually we need to provide the linked external style. For better understanding, I'm providing within the single page. Yeah, so first I want to apply the styles. So we need to provide the, for buttons, I want to apply some styles. So for that, we need to use attribute selector. So input, so this is the element or tag, and attribute name is type. So which is a button. I don't want text field. I don't want radio buttons. I don't want checkboxes. I want only type equal to button. That type of, so input types I required. So for that, I'm applying styles. So I'm applying some background color. So something as you wish, you can give red. We will apply initially dark colors. So color white, later we will change it. So something border also I required. So 2 pixel solid color, something black, we have to use it. And then, so if you want that button width is 100%, right? Actually, we are getting 50%, but I need 100% buttons. So then we have to use it. Oh, something is wrong. Yeah, okay, fine, save. Now check it out. Yeah, so now it looks good, right? Compared to the earlier. So I have applied some buttons now. Just a second. Fine. So finally, we have created the calculator. CSS is over. So if you want to apply some, this text field is not colorful, right? So for that, so input again, attribute selector, so which is text field. So then we have to apply, so background color, something white. So I want to apply border, something 2 pixel solid black again, because I want to be border, everything is black. So width is 100% is only, no issues this one. So just background color border is enough. See, little bit better, right? Border applied. So this width is not required here. So by default, it occupies the 100%. So if background is not that much good, so then we can provide. So this background color also we can provide light gray something. Yeah. So even this border also, if you want, you can provide a gray. Maybe it looks good. See, so you can play. So if you do not, if you play with this thing, so test styles, so it will take too much of time. Okay, do not play with CSS. Okay, it will take too much of time. Yeah, now we will focus on JavaScript. So till now we have covered so only HTML and CSS. Okay, if you want a border, entire calculated border is not good, right? Or we will apply table border. So that is my table, right? If you want, we can use element selector also directly for table as you wish. So just border I'm giving, so 10 pixel, solid gray only we will provide. So padding also I'm giving little bit. So for gap, I'm giving padding. So the text content. Oh, it is not visible or did not save. Something happened. PX. Yeah, so now it looks too good. Okay, so this is the way we have to develop the CSS. We have done HTML, so we have done CSS. So now we need to focus. If I click on one, if I click on two, if I click on three, so then we have to display the data, right? So here, if I click one, I want to display the data one. If I click on two, display the data. If I click one plus two, I want to display one plus two. If I click on clear, then it will be clear. So for that, we are doing some events, right? So for that, display data first we will provide. So for each and every button, I want to do on click. If I click on the button, so what we have to do, display data of, I'm trying to pass the same value. So that is one value I'm trying to pass. Okay, so we are using at a time. So two times quotes, right? We can use outside double and inside you can use single quotes. Same thing you can apply for all the events. But it's not working. Yeah, it's working. So we will do one thing. We can do any find and replace. I think we can use greater than symbol. We can apply. No, it doesn't applicable because we have multiple greater than symbols. Okay, fine. So one. So at the time of clicking on that button, we need to pass one value. So if I click on two, three, same values we need to pass. So 4, 5, 6. So 5 minus 7, 8, 9 plus symbol dot 0 equal to star. Okay, so these are the values we have to take it. Okay, fine. But here some equal to symbol. So we have to give the solution, right? If I click on equal to 1 plus 2, it will display 5. So for that, we have to provide another function. Okay. So result data something. So remaining all are display data. So one more thing, we have to provide the clear, right? Clear button we have provided. So this thing at the time of clear button on click equent. So we have to provide the clear data. So now we have to write clear data one function, display data one other function, and result data one more function. Okay. So go to the external JavaScript actually, but I'm trying to provide internal for better understanding. Okay, within the single page. So first one function Okay, function name, clear data. Function, then which one we have to use it? So display data or so function result data. Okay, so if you want to testing console.log, so we have to use clear the data, something. Similar way, display the data and result the data. So first we will check one by one, then we will go for this thing. Okay, so click on F12. So 1, yes, display data. 2, display data. 3, display data. It's working. If I click on clear, clear the data. If I click on equal to, so result the data. Okay, 3 functions are working properly, right? So everything is working fine now. So communication happen HTML to JavaScript. So remove the consoles. So now we will write the logic. So which logic first, whenever you want to enter something, okay, first we will write the display data, then it would be easy for us. So because first we have to display, then we have to clear it, right? Yeah, so first display the data. So what we have to do, display the data. We have learned at the time of operator. So assignment operators we have learned. What is that assignment operator? So a plus equal to 2. So what is the meaning of a plus 2? So this meaning indirectly, so where a equal to a plus 2, right? This is the shortcut assignment operator, this one, right? That similar way, we have to do something else. So if you want to display the data, first we need to, so here, whenever you want to click on this one, I want to pass this data, right? So for that, we have to accept the value. So from that particular one here, display data. So if you pass something 1, 2, so those values we have to receive here, right? That value we are getting 1, 2, 3, something. So now what we have to do, so that value, so we have to provide, so for the result, right? So document dot get element by ID of, so this result. So which one is the result? Okay, until value. So which one is that one? So if you want to receive the text field value, document dot get element by ID of that result dot value. So what we have to do it? So whatever the value we are getting, so that value plus, so previously what type of result is having in the text field, we want to merge, but initially it would be blank, right? Yeah. So initially it would be blank would be there, and I'm trying to pass that value. Okay. So just remember this one. This is very important. So first, what are the value? For example, if I click on 1, that 1 will come here. So that 1 value we are providing, and previous value also we are adding. So initially that previous value, nothing would be there, blank. So means, so indirectly 0 plus I'm sending 1. So final result will be 1. That 1 value will store it into this particular place. So document dot get element by ID of result dot value means this input value. So generally, if you provide value, then we can understand instead of placeholder. So now check it out, HTML. So 2 is there. How? because of, so this is HTML value. If you want to provide the same value through JavaScript, so we have to use document.getElement by ID of that result.value. So this means in JavaScript, so indirectly HTML, this one. Okay, so now the same thing we are doing here. Okay, just provide placeholder equal to result. Just I'm providing hint. So that value we are providing here, and we want to initially something we have to take previous value. So then, so just now what we have clicked that value. Okay, so now check it out. Click on this. If I click on 1, see that 0 plus 1. So now if I click on plus, that previous value is 1, now present value is plus. So that is nothing but 1 plus. So again, if I click on 8, that previous value is 1 plus. So now coming latest value is 8. So now 1 plus 8. If I click on minus, previous value is 1 plus 8. So next value is minus. Means we are checking previous value plus whatever the latest value we are clicking. So those things we are providing inside that particular text field. That is the meaning. But so if you provide like this twice, it would be there. So just remove this value. So just provide plus equal to, that is enough. So no need to write again the same thing repeated here. The same thing will happen. Now check it out. 2 plus 3 minus 6. It's working, right? So that's why this is shortcut assignment operator. So this is similar to A equal to, okay, A plus equal to 2 means indirectly. So A equal to A plus 2. The same shortcut I have used here. Okay, so next one is the result data. Okay, so if you want, we can write the result clear data easily, right? Because this value we need to make it blank. So whatever the value would be there, I don't care. Just make it blank. Then if I click on clear data, okay, we will check it out. So I'm trying to enter some values, but if I click on clear, then it would be clear. Means, so that result whole value we are making, so make it blank. So now, so display data is over, clear data is over. Now we have to do the result data. So before going to the result data, we need to go for the JavaScript predefined function. So we know the window object. So this is the parent object of entire JavaScript. Okay, so this window is having a couple of properties and methods. See, alert, auto, blur, BTO, caches, cancel, animation train. These all are things are JavaScript window object related properties and methods. Okay, so we will discuss about what are the JavaScript objects, what are the browser objects, what are the DOM objects we will discuss, don't worry. But before that, window is the parent object. So it has so many properties and methods. So one of the method is eval. So what is this eval function? Okay, so eval function is evaluation of expressions. Okay, even if you write the window.eval or only eval function, both are same. Okay, so same window.alert, alert, both are same, right? So only alert or window.alert because window is the parent one. So now what we have to do, window is having evaluate. So this evaluate method is used for evaluation of expressions that can be mathematical operations. So 2 plus 5, so 3, 5. So evaluate 3 minus 4 minus 1. So eval, so 4 into 3, 12. So the same operation we will use inside the result data. So whatever the result would be there, that result, we have to take it. So right, first we have to do the result, right? So that result, we have to do the evaluation, right? That's it. We are not doing anything. So that result, we have to do evaluate. So whatever the result we are displaying, for example, 1 plus 2. I want to evaluate 1 plus 2. So that value 1 plus 2 will display here. So eval of 1 plus 2, it will display 3. So that 3 value we need to assign, right? So let me take it as, so this eval function to the single level, we can write document dot, same story, why we have to, same again, we have to assign it to the same place. That's it. Okay, so the result would be we are doing evaluation of this one again and again, where we have to store that result in the same place. If you want to display separate place, we can, but our result should be displayed here only, right? So that's why I'm giving same place. Sir, I'm a bit confusing about if you write this much of a line of code. So then what we have to do, I want to store it into one variable. So where result something. So then you have to store again. So document dot get element by ID of value equal to result. But try to reduce the code. It would be recommended. So that result we have assigned it to the same result. So if you understand this, only this particular part means, so this result place. So nothing is there in this. Okay, save, refresh. 1 plus 2, if you click on equal, it will display 3. So means, so evaluation of that particular 1 plus 2, it will give 3. That 3 will store into result. So it will be 3. That 3 value will assign it to the same result. So that's it, but better to recommended. So you have to provide within the single line. So just you have to provide here directly. Okay, so this is the way you have to do the calculator application. If you understand this application, then you should aware of, so how to write HTML, how to write JavaScript, and how to write CSS at a time within the single example. But I have used internal and external, sorry, internal CSS and JavaScript. You have to use external. Okay, so I will ping you the same code. So now don't forget to practice once again. So try to change the colors. So try to modify. If you have any other options, you can try it in different approach. So you can also use try catch for invalid input. So JavaScript level, yes, we will discuss try catch finally later. See, if you want to do any operations inside the JavaScript, you can apply try catch finally, no issues. But at the time of exception handling, we will discuss why we have to use those 3 keywords. Okay, fine, don't worry. Yeah, you can use it. So entire program is not coming or what? It is not coming. Okay, let me do one thing. So HTML and CSS I will send first. Then I will try to send, sorry, CSS JavaScript I have sent. Now I have sent HTML. So even single HTML also it is not coming. Okay, don't worry, you know, right? So you know how to do it, that HTML part at least. So most of the thing came, so 3 data is coming, right? Okay, fine, let me send. I think 3 parts came. Now this part did not come. Okay, let me send that one also. Fine, so now we will discuss about callback functions. I think this is the 7th or 8th example, right? Inside the functions, this is the 8th example, I think. Yeah, so what is callback function? So we know the meaning itself, call back, right? So callback is a function, so which is executed after another function has finished the execution, right? So we know, for example, function, so add, so we may provide a comma b, so we may provide, so callback function. First, we have to do the main function written a plus b. So then we have to call this particular method. So if you want to pass add 2 comma 3, so then we need to pass, okay, we will write here, okay, we will pass some variable. That variable name is callback. So first we need to execute the add function related business logic. So then we need to call the callback function. That's it. But so this is customization of callback function we are doing, but they have given in JavaScript. So to define callback function, set timeout. So here we did not write any object for this method. So right. So every method is having from the one of the objects. So but here also window dot set timeout. But window is the parent object. If you want, we will check it out. So window dot, if you write set timeout is coming, right? So this is the predefined function provided by the window. Similar way, set interval also there. So these two are the callback functions provided by the JavaScript API. Okay, fine. We will write down something really fast. Callback function is a function which is to be executed after other function has finished the execution. Okay. Second one, set timeout and set interval. So these two are predefined functions inside the JavaScript. So predefined callback function in JavaScript. Okay, so here you need to understand when we have to use set timeout. So when we have to use set interval, right? So set timeout, we will see practically. So trigger the expression. So only once. We will see how. But set interval keeps triggering the expression regularly after the given interval time. Okay, so we will provide the examples, then you can understand the third and fourth. Okay, so let's move to the example. Okay, set timeout, no need to provide. So window dot set timeout. So this is predefined functions provided by the JavaScript. So that timeout is nothing but how many milliseconds. Okay, I want to provide 1000 milliseconds. Okay, so just I'm writing set timeout. So here console.log. So don't worry. So the shortcut would be they have written, I will modify. So get sure info text something. Okay, so I'm writing this thing. Okay, let me provide something. Set it is the factor. Yes. But we will remove that one because we did not discuss, right? So console.log set timeout result something. Okay, but don't worry about this one. Just this is a callback function. Just we know, right, how to send it. Yeah, you need to remember this one. Okay, so later stage we will modify. So just this is the one function, right? Set timeout is the predefined. We are sending the callback function. So after 1000 milliseconds, we need to execute the statements. So if you observe console.log first statement, if spelling mistakes are there, ignore it. console.log. So last statement. Okay, then we can write second statement. So this is third statement. We will see. So what's happening here? So first statement, the why set interval is coming. This is old one. Oh, we did not use it, so that's fine. Yeah, fine. So here, first statement, second statement, and third statement, if you refresh, so first statement and third statement is coming, but second statement is coming in the last because we have given 1000 milliseconds delay. So this one will execute after 1000 millisecond or after 1 second. We need to provide only milliseconds here. So here it will execute this one. So this is a call back. This function will call later and it will execute, and we can give the how much delay. Similar thing we can do. So this one will occur only one time, right? So, but if you want to provide, so this second statement will repeat multiple times if you use set interval. That is the main difference. Same, everything is same. Just change the time. Clear? See, it will continue 2, 3, 4. It will continue. So after every second. So if you understand real-time example, alarm is there. So if you stop, then it will occur only once. If you pause, so then it will occur again after a couple of seconds, right? So that is the scenario, same scenario. Just a second. Yeah, fine. So this is the way we have to do the callback functions. We have to use it. Still it will run. Once we stop it, then only it will close. So you can use just replace set timeout. So, and one more thing you have to remember, O is small here, set timeout. Sir, so naming convention wise, set small, T caps, O should be caps, right? But they will consider timeout is the single word. So that's why O is small. So most of the members, they will write capital, it doesn't work because JavaScript is case sensitive. Okay, fine. So now we will see the customized callback function. How? So for example, I'm doing one main function do process something. So I'm passing, so do later is the callback function. A normal 10, B value 20. So do later I'm passing some callback function. So here I'm trying to execute the business logic. So A plus B, this is the main function business logic. Okay, so then we need to call the later callback function. So do later, we need to pass the same parameters because we can use so this parameter inside the any other function, right? So if you want to use 2 parameters, if you want to use so 1 parameter as you wish, we can utilize inside the function that is a local variable, that parameter, so we can use it. Same thing, this callback function, we are using the same parameters. How to use, we will see. Okay, so now I'm trying to click on so one more function that is, okay, first we need to call do process. So 10 comma 20. So I'm trying to pass one function. So that function, I'm trying to write console.log something. Here, I'm trying to pass some values. Okay, again, I can pass some x comma y. I will try to do the business logic inside. Okay, so some x comma y. So inside console.log, I'm trying to do x plus y. So now what will happen here? So function do later equal to function x comma y console.x plus y. This whole function so will execute whenever we have to call do later of that function. So here I'm trying to pass which values here x comma y. So again same story 10 comma 20. Okay, one second, listen carefully. Oh. So power is not there. Okay, just a second. Yeah. So here a value how much? 10. B value how much? So 20. And so do later value equal to function of x comma y. Okay, I will type it y again, right? Function x comma y console.log x plus y, right? So here whole thing will happen, but will it execute? It will not execute. So whenever we have to call this do later of so something, then it will execute, right? So do later of something, I'm passing a comma b. So that a comma b is nothing but 10 comma 20. So that 10 comma 20 here it will come. So that 10 comma 20 here it will pass. So that 10 plus 20, 30 will display. So here 30 and here also that 30 value will display. Okay, we will check it out. Close, refresh, 30, 30. Okay, sir, why we have to provide the, so here function, we can write some variable and we can use it. Yes, we can use it. So for example, I'm providing this whole thing is one variable. So where something result equal to something, so that result you can pass it. You can do any approach. If you know the variables function expression, we can play with that. Still, it works fine. 30, 30. So if you change, so 40, 40. So based upon that, your values, it will vary. Okay, so now if you want, we can provide the different functions. Function do process, right? Now I'm trying to do show different something related to the subtraction. I'm trying to provide p comma q. So let me provide, okay, so console.log p minus q. So what is the advantage of writing like this? So this function may be reusable in other place, right? So if you write like this here inside, so then it should not be reusable. So that's why we prefer, we have to write separately and we have to pass, right? So now what we have to do, the similar way I'm writing individually. So multiplication also, just a second. So parameters as you wish, you can give any parameters, no issues, x comma y. So this is not required. So earlier we have given function expression. Now we can give directly function names also, no issues. Okay. So diff. Okay, same thing we have to do. So show mul also we can pass it here. We will see. Okay, first we'll check with the difference, then we will check with so show mul. So come to the here. So 40, that is the main function operation. So callback function will execute. Show diff means this function will come here. So p comma q, so means a comma b, so means 10 comma 20, sorry, 10 comma 30 now. So that 10 comma 30 will come. So here do later means, so which one? Show div. So 10 comma 30 will come, 10 minus 30, so minus 20. Similar to if you want to give show mul here, so indirectly, so earlier we have taken function expression. So now we are taking directly function name. So we will get the entire function here, even function name or function expression. So at the time of passing, both are same. So now 10 comma 30, a value 10, b value 30. So now do later equal to show mul. Show mul means entire this function. So but it will not execute. So whenever we have to provide the parenthesis, then it will execute. So a comma b means 10 comma 30. So do later means now show mul. So 10 comma 30. So 10 minus 30 minus 20 will display. Okay. Yeah, so now we will check it out. Okay, okay, P is not defined, somewhere we did mistake. Okay, here X comma Y we have provided. So, and we need to provide the X star Y. Okay, so Soros, that's why he think. Okay, fine, now it works. So 40 and now 300 is displaying. Okay, so this is the way we have to use the callback functions. So just we have to use the main function related things, business logic we have to execute first. So later that callback function will execute, and whatever the parameter main function related parameters would be there. So we can use those parameter values for the callback function also. So those callback functions, we can write it separately and we can use wherever it is required. Not P star Q. So we have given X comma Y, right? X star Y. So based on the parameters, we have to write the logic. Okay. So this is A comma B. So that is values will come. Those values will come here 2 comma 3. So 2 minus 3. So like that. Okay, so this is the way we have to do the callback functions. If you want, we can communicate from the HTML also. We can provide the button on click equal to, so do process of, we can pass the parameter values. But I have communicated through JavaScript level. Okay, so fine guys, so power is not there in my hand. So try to do practice that calculator one, this callback functions. So then we will discuss about hoisting in JavaScript tomorrow. And before that, you have to practice this callback functions a little bit more. I will explain one more time this callback functions tomorrow. Okay, so then we will go for the hoisting, then we will go for the objects. Okay, so once we understand hoisting and objects, then we can play with JavaScript. Okay, so fine guys, so we will meet again tomorrow because that UPS time is only 5 minutes or 10 minutes, we'll get it. Okay, it will disconnect. So thank you so much. Bye-bye.